What's going on, guys, and welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to paint your grill on your Infinity G20. Now, as you guys can see, my stock grill is chrome right now, and I think it would look much better in a black color, so that's what we're going to do today. Alright guys, so this is some of the stuff that we're going to use today. You're going to need a ratchet, a size 10mm socket, you might need some pliers. And then as far as the material that we're going to be using, we're going to use Plasti dip. This is matte black, but we're also going to apply a coat of glossifier on top to give it a nice shine. But before we start painting, we're going to go ahead and clean everything down with rubbing alcohol and a microfiber towel. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and pop our hood. Now that we have our hood open, let's go ahead and remove our grill. To remove the grill, we're going to remove these fasteners right here. There's a series of 10mm fasteners that hold down the grill to the hood, so go ahead and remove all of them. Now that you have removed the fasteners, go ahead and remove the grill. So this is the grill off of the car. Before we start prepping it, what I'm going to do is remove my Infinity logo. You guys can simply remove that by getting a piece of string and just working around the edges, or get a small flathead screwdriver and pry it in between the logo and the grill. But be careful not to break it. So this is what I'm going to use to remove the logo. It's a small flathead. Go ahead and just get the grill, and what you want to do is try to wedge it in here little by little. You should lift it up. I already did this to mine, but just work it around until you feel the adhesive that's holding the logo. When you feel it getting loosened up, just go ahead and pull, and it should come right off. Next, go ahead and get the rubbing alcohol with your microfiber towel. What you want to do is just clean everything before you start painting. Now that we have cleaned our grill off, go ahead and get some masking tape and cover off the port for the Infinity logo. You're going to want to cover this because we're going to apply some tape on there, and you don't want to rip the Plasti dip when you go to remove it. Next, let's go ahead and get our spray can and let's go ahead and just give it a few shakes, and we're going to start painting. Since our grill has these horizontal lines and vertical lines running through it, we're going to go ahead and try to get some coverage inside of them first before we start painting the outside. So we're going to do our second coat. We're going to slow down, but we're still going to move across in an even pattern. Now that we have done 2 coats, we're going to do one more coat, and we're going to apply this as a wet coat. So that means we're going to slow down our spray, and we're going to try to get an even finish. So we're going to let the paint dry for about 5 minutes. Once it's dry, we're going to go ahead and apply 2 coats of glossifier on top. Now if you guys don't want to apply the glossifier, you guys don't have to, but I would really advise you guys to apply some. As you guys can see on the paint that we just sprayed, it looks nice and even and it looks really good. But after it has been on the car for about a year or so, this is what happens to it. Now as you guys can see, this is just Plasti dip without any glossifier. So already you guys can probably tell that it's like faded and it's not even shiny anymore. It looks kind of like if it was charcoal. So when you guys apply the glossifier on top of this, it keeps it nice and shiny and it protects against the sun. So it's been about 5 minutes. The paint is nice and dry. We're gonna apply our 2 coats of glossifier. We're gonna do 1 vertical and then 1 horizontal to make sure that we get everything covered. Alright, so we're going to do our 2nd coat of glossifier. Make sure to remove your tape while your paint is nice and wet so that you can avoid any peeling off the Plasti dip. Next, go ahead and install the logo back onto the grill. Alright guys, let's go ahead and install our grill back onto the car. Lastly, let's go ahead and install these nuts back on. When you guys are fastening down these nuts, don't over tighten them because you guys can break off the plastic on the grill. Let's go ahead and bring the hood down and see how she looks. This is pretty much gonna conclude the end of this video. If you guys still like what you guys saw, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and like always, thanks for watching.